always had a game on in the background too, when it was just chill just to listen to your commentary and take
Yeah.
on for.
It made it easier for our stuff to flow because we never really had much prep. So if we just had like a awkward silence or a gap in there, you just look at the TV and just start talking shit. It made it easy.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mostly just write down like go for this. If it's somebody I know, I'll just write down like some. But I have like Texas running,
Yes.
Boss Mandilo, like that type of perspective, like it's that type of
That's
shit. You know what I
we
mean?
could talk about those three things for plenty of time.
And it's it's so different doing it with somebody you know well,
Sure.
because it's fun doing it with like new business owners, but it's a lot more like an interview. You
Totally.
know what I mean?
Yeah, as opposed to
With,
just a conversation.
but
Yeah.
like anyway.
I was just like, so I was, when John and I first got started, I would like hit a bull before we jumped on. And our first couple ones, like looking back, I was like, maybe you shouldn't be doing that either. Uh,
Yeah, I can't.
no, it's like,
I can't. I have some episodes with Nick where I'm just fried. I'm like, you can tell.
yeah, yeah. That's really funny. It's like, unless that's the route we're going, I should dial it back
Yeah, so I'll just do a few beers and that's about
I
it.
feel that.
Uh,
Yeah, there was one time
uh,
I was fried, dude, and I have to go back and find the clip. But John and I were talking about something, and he was like, well, then I guess I disagreed with him. And he was like, well, then tell me how you feel about it. And I was like, tell me how you feel about it. He's like, he's like, I just did. I was like, touche, touche.
yeah, so I'll just start on some just like dumb like rant about like mindset and then just get into like nonsense and I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but it's fun, man. It's cool. Like it's easier technology wise to do stuff like this. So
Oh, dude, it's crazy. Like we essentially have like what they're doing on like ESPN and shit.
correct at the palm of your hand. Yeah,
Yeah, then you can just send out links and have a show if you want to.
100%. See who joins.
Like, yeah,
Oh fuck, that's funny.
it's crazy. Then that's kind of a big reason why I started to do this. And I was like, man, it's pretty easy to do everything, and I suck at typing and like getting my words down on paper and shit.
Sure.
But with ChatGPT, it's the best like word to text shit ever.
Yeah,
But then it can format stuff into things. So I'm like, man, like
totally.
it's really just yeah. Now it's just the creative is a variable. So I'm like, shit, like I really got to go all
No,
in.
for sure. I think one I've been saying for the past like few months. First of all, I was on Chat GPT like for half my morning today, just helping me with emails and like I would draft an email and then be like, make this sound more grammatically correct and more professional. Send it to Chat GPT, reread it, and be like, I'm like so stupid. Like that's how it makes you feel. I'm like, dude, God, my email wasn't even that bad. Um, but with that, and then what were we talking about? Chat GPT.
It's just how it's just and this is how it's easy just to do shit now.
Yes, way easier, way easier.
So it's like, man, like I gotta make the move because I kind of stopped like once I had the kid, just got into that mode,
Totally.
and then just got content like working, coming home, family stuff, gaming. But then when I would game, I was starting to just feel like a little like, man, like it doesn't feel like
Yeah.
rewarding.
Yeah. Well, it almost feels like I still talk to people who game all the time, but I just feel like potentially there's more. Sometimes I feel like video games, it's like, man, I love video games, but it's like, could I be doing something a little more productive? Or like something as well as like, I can't just be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I like made that choice. Like I like my job. I'm content. This is what it is. Then like after like a few months, I was like, man, like I know I want to like be trying to do more.
For
So
sure.
it's like, and I still love to game. Like I got Far Cry 6
Yeah,
like a few months ago, and I'll play on like the weekends sometimes.
yeah.
But like,
I've been
this kind of took that
no, I was
spot.
just gonna
Continue.
say
I'm sorry.
once the new Grand Theft Auto comes out, I think like that might break me. Like that might send me back to Best Buy to get all my shit and just start gaming out again because I haven't in a long time. But that just been seeing highlights of that, the NCAA, all the stuff that's like just creating crazy like nostalgic memories. It's like, damn, like we grew up on that.
Yeah,
We grew up on that shit,
yeah, it's tough for me. The new get game is I want that UFC 5,
bro.
but I know I will play that shit. I'll just doing career modes over and over and
100%.
over.
100%. I
But
didn't even know they're coming out with the new UFC.
it came out like probably a year ago, so
Okay.
it's not even that new.
Okay. That's crazy
So
though.
I would have to get the new Xbox. I still have the Xbox One S,
Yeah.
but like not the Xbox One Series S or whatever.
Yeah. I don't even know what they're
Yeah.
at these days.
Same. I'm like I'm good right now.
This is what I was gonna say about AI. Can you imagine if we had like Chat GPT when we were in school? Like that's what I think about all the time. I'm like,
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, I did bare minimum anyway, bro, and then still skated with flying colors. Chat GPT would have had us all like valedictorians, bro.
Yeah, that would have been insane. Like I don't even get how you. I feel like you almost have to change like what you learn in
100%.
school.
Curriculum, how it's graded. I feel like that has to change. Papers, I feel like those probably could not be the best way to evaluate kids because none of it's going to be their shit.
Yeah. I feel like it should be almost what it always should have been. More like mental health,
Totally.
banking, and like that shit.
100%.
Like how.
Finances, day to day shit
Yeah.
that adults actually need to actually struggle with and need to actually like learn at a young age. So,
Yeah, so now everyone like sucked at that stuff, but they all know the state birds and shit. So it's like, well, sick.
yeah, seriously.
It's like,
Yeah.
let's
I know
go.
every capital in every state, but I mean,
Really?
not no, hell no, not actually.
I
I'm saying just
was
like
like, damn.
going showing up for an interview. It's like, hey man,
Yeah.
I can tell you like all the state capitals.
Yeah, like, okay, why?
Yeah, that's
But
what I know.
it's like one, why, and two, just look it up.
Yeah,
It's right
yeah.
here.
Have you ever been at okay, to that point? I've never had to use that knowledge, a lot of it.
Yeah.
So
No. Yeah, everything's just it's so easy now. And that's almost why stuff is so hard for people. I
I
think
agree.
not the that way, but it's like if everything's easy, and then you come across something that's like a little hard, it feels like insurmountable.
So true. I think it goes back to like problem solving. And it's like if you always have a device or a system to solve your problems, then like when you're faced with like a real life problem that can only be solved by like physically getting through it, a lot of people are stuck in their tracks because they've never utilized those skills or those abilities to just like figure things out, like process things differently, think about things differently.
Yeah, so I think about sports with that so much. I feel like sports especially. They're even like if you were in like a show choir or band, something where you had to like compete to strive for
Yeah,
goals. Then learning how to win and lose and like just grind is
totally.
so important.
Yeah, so especially with sports, the NIL and then the transfer portal. So my thing with that, I don't mind NIL. I think it may need to be regulated a little bit better in terms of just
Mhm.
the fluctuation of money. Like it's crazy what some of these kids are getting. It's nuts, bro.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think what I disagree with more, but I also think they deserve money. So it's like a double-edged sword.
Mhm.
What I disagree with more is like the transfer portal and being able to transfer at any time during the year. I think there's two times every single year that these kids can jump in the portal. For me, it's like that's not a dose of real life. Like that's not reality. And when a lot of these kids' sports careers finish up and they get a job and they're second on the totem pole or have to work their way up in their job, you don't just get to quit and go to another fucking company or another fucking job and do it
Yeah,
all over again. It's like if there's somebody better than you, then figure out a way to either work with them or surpass them and earn that opportunity. And so that's my thing. I think when a lot of these kids come out, same thing with problem solving. It's like they haven't been faced with any like real life adversity to with to the reality of which like we face or have faced uh
mhm,
in the past. So I think that's the biggest thing. It's like you got these quarterbacks as soon as they're second string they bounce, right? Or they're going
yeah,
to their ads and coaches and saying like I need this amount of money or I'm out. It's like cool, but like that's not how the real world works. And if you're not saving that when you get out here, you're cooked, bro. You're cooked chicken.
yeah, yeah. That's interesting. I never thought about that part of the NIL. That you just building these wild
Crazy.
expectations where you can just slide and be like, oh no, I'm out.
Yeah, or be like, hey, they just offered me 2 mil. If you guys can't come up with 2.5, I'm gone. It's like it's crazy.
No, yeah, yeah. And even like that even goes into like a loyalty and almost like
100%.
pride. Like you can't really build like
Can't
your
build a
four
program.
4 year like
No,
legacy too. But even with like a player.
I agree. I agree. And a program. It's like, how do you establish? That's why I'm interested to see how Bill Belichick does in North Carolina, because it's like it might be hard to build a program when at the end of the year, all these guys, it's just like a professional team. They're just fighting for contracts. Crazy. At the same time, I think we missed that boat, not the millions of dollars, but it just sucks that we were just right on the cusp of
Yeah.
AJ would have had some fucking dollar bills for sure. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, dude, I need you to break me off at least half a million dollars. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. Hook up that line, my
Yeah,
man.
serious.
Yeah,
We got
yeah. We
we
got
got
ice
cyber
cream. We got movie
we got
nights.
cyber trucks. We're going to the city having cyber trucks and shit.
Yeah. Shit, I'll be like, man, I'll be talking to Leon like back in my day, we got movie nights every Monday, then ice cream by our quarterbacks.
we got we got Sundays like chocolate Sundays, Wednesday nights before our Friday night games, and we were fucking stoked about that, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Then they were fun. Like they were
They were awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, that's funny.
Have you talked to AJ recently?
Yeah, I mean, I talk to him probably once or twice a week. We try to keep up.
Oh,
Little harder with he's got a family. He's down in Florida, so he's got wife and 2 daughters. But we still try to ping each other a couple times a week,
uh,
every other.
uh, oh, good shit. He's doing
Yeah,
well.
man, he's doing really well.
That make me happy to hear. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to H. Um, yeah, and then obviously still talks keep up with a lot of people that I mean, I know you do too. It gets harder for sure as you get older, but I think with the social platforms that we have and just how tight knit our class was, I think we've done a good job of trying to keep in touch.
Dude, yeah, some other people like younger than I've talked about like how close our grade was still.
Mm-hmm.
They were jealous of that. I'm like, yeah, we were.
Should have got you one of these, bro.
Yes. Like, wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's the hardest part is just staying in touch because like there's no time. Time is hard. There's no time for anything.
100%. Yeah, it's always like a choice, especially this age, this time, like everything's a choice, especially like, you know what I mean? Like I'm sure you could be doing something else right now, but it's like just choose to hop on, catch up.
Yeah, since same with like I'm sure like did you work today and shit?
I did. I got home and took a fat nap too, because I'm like, I gotta be out here.
Yeah, yeah, like even stuff that's fun, you'll be oh fuck, I gotta do this at this time.
Totally. No, 1,000%. I think you lose track of like we're always doing something. Or feel like that maybe. You always got something to do. So like my free time is sacred, valuable.
Yeah, yeah. Since I had a Leon, it's been easier to manage my time because I have to, but
Yeah,
there's less of it. But I don't really like fuck around as much.
yeah,
I'd say.
for sure. For sure. Yeah, I don't think obviously I'm not a parent, but I can only just assume like I don't think you necessarily change like whole like I don't think you change everything like who you are when you become a parent. It's just like you probably tighten
Mhm.
up in a lot of areas, and then you're still Jesse Linedecker, right? Like you're still
Mhm. Yep, yeah,
whoever
yeah,
that person is. It's just like, yeah, I literally have a human being that needs
yeah.
something like I
Yeah.
have to care for.
So you just make tweaks. I'm like the first like year and before I had him, I felt like so I'm going to be a dad. So how do I
Yeah.
act now? And like I bought like the blazer. And like basically started to dress like Tony Stark. And, like, I think I was having a crisis looking back and I was like, what the fuck was I doing?
Oh, he started talking different. Start just doing. It's like those commercials, bro. I think it's what it might be an insurance commercial, but it's the guy and he's like, when we start becoming like our parents, and then it's all this
Oh, progressive.
progressive, bro. Those commercials have me dead because they're so true.
Yeah,
Like I even see my like the airport, just doing shit at the airport. Like you go check your gate, and then you got 2 hours before you take off. It's like I've done that, like all
yeah,
sorts
dude.
of silly shit. It was just like, damn, maybe we're getting old. Feels like
Oh, yeah, I work with some people who are like their early 20s, and I always found myself like giving them advice that they didn't ask for. Like you're so young, just take your time, man, and just explore. And I'm like, what am I
oh
doing?
yeah, dude. Oh my God, so true. It's like they didn't even ask. That was super unsolicited. Oh man,
Yeah, so
I have to.
I sent somebody a song like with offset and somebody else, and it came out in like 2017. I'm like, yo, have you heard this? It's right. And they're like, yeah, and they're like, ah, fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so I went to I was on my music was on shuffle the other day, and this Rick Ross and Chris Brown song pop up. I've never heard before. I'm like, dude, this
Yeah.
song's tight, bro. So I save it. I'm like, go to the album. Album's 2015. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
This is not new. I can't even post this. I can't even like new music drop, nothing. They're like new banger, like nothing, dude. I was like, damn, okay. 2015. It's like I was just yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah, that's one thing I love about music. If it's not like my favorite artist, I'm in no rush to listen,
Same.
and then I'll find it eventually.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. You find it through someone else or just yeah, through time. I'm kind of the same way. There's a few albums that I've been late to the party on, just based on that. Just based on like, I'll get there. Um, but then yeah, there's some, I mean, I can listen to music, the same music for far too long before I need to like move on to the next or like find a little something different. But
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I have like my main like four five artists, and then it just kind of
yeah,
mingles between that.
yeah, I agree. And then it's like to that point, I'll venture out for a little bit and then come back to like the shit that I was just, you know what I mean?
Uh,
Uh, what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like kind of stimming on or been listening to for a long time.
Hmm. Do you ever do different music depending on the time of year?
Time of year?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that so much as like different music based on when albums drop. So if like Drake drops something in the summer, you probably listen to that for a while. And
Okay.
then
Yeah.
like maybe J. Cole drops something in the fall. This is not in any like real order, but just like that,
Oh yeah.
more so than
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I don't find myself like or like Christmas music during, holiday season and shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair.
yeah,
I find for me, I do a lot like Grateful Dead in the summer. Similar like chill, just like hippie vibe shit,
yeah,
and then in the winter and fall when it's darker, more like be beach house and like spacey like dreamier shit.
yeah.
I just read that this last year.
I
Like, huh?
wonder. I guess I've never like consciously done that. I would be interested to see like any patterns that you could take from being like, dude,
Right.
actually, in the winter you get sad and you get into your Drake feelings because you're lonely. You know, it's like you've been doing that for the past 5 years. So, um, but no, that's interesting. I've never thought about it like that. I will say time of day is that's I could break it down like more to the time of day because like
Oh, okay.
when I wake up, surprisingly, like I like to listen to like trap music, just get myself
Oh,
going.
okay. I
Yeah,
feel that.
and it could be like 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m., and I'm just like
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes on the way to work,
100%.
some trap music is like, let's
You
go.
need that shit. Yeah. And then versus when I'm home, I think like if my day's over, when I get home, that's probably more chill vibes, right? Like some low key hip hop, Action Bronson, like more elevator currency whiz, just trying to chill
So,
when you get home. Yeah.
who's your favorite rapper, or a rapper that you could listen to the most?
Right now, I would say probably for the past year, it's been Boss Man D-Lo. Yeah,
Okay.
he's tough, bro. He's
He's
tough.
such a vibe.
He's such a
He's
vibe.
such just like,
He
yeah.
I went to his concert, I think in March. It was in Austin, and two of my homies pulled up and we went. But he had just dropped his album, I think maybe a month before, so we were just listening to the album every day.
Oh
And
yeah.
then we pulled up to the concert. It was like small venue. It was so dope, bro. But he just says the funniest shit. His lyrics are hilarious, and I think
Really?
that's what's got me to just like constantly just keep listening to him. Is he just says the funniest shit.
Yeah, yeah. His lyrics are wild. His voice is interesting too,
Yeah.
and just like his cadence is just so
His
different.
cadence and like some of his bars, like some of the shitty, like the way he brings things together, it's just like it's funny as hell. He said, in the club throwing ones left-handed, baby.
like, that's like,
Oh, he says a bunch of funny shit. I could just quote one quote a day, Boss Man D-Lo lyric, and it would probably be comedy.
yeah. So I've been listening to him some, a lot more of Gunna.
Yes.
What's his the album that I saw? No, no. When the 2024 like replay. The news was just like all Gunna. I was
Oh,
like, all right, I'm gonna listen to that album.
yeah, bro. It was it a, no, not a gift and a curse. I can't remember.
Like it got like a one of the first song, I think.
Yeah, 101. I think that's the name of the album. Um,
Okay, yeah, it might be.
bro, that like Gunna, aside from Boss Man, because I've just been listening to him lately. It's between him and
Okay,
Gunna.
yeah.
They're my top. But yeah, like that year, my Spotify warped or Wrapped, whatever. It wasn't even in order of like the album. Like it wasn't even in shuffle, bro. It wasn't even
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna check this out.
for sure. Have you like caught up with him or caught up on any of that?
I listened to that album a lot, and that is newest album.
Yeah,
I listened to that a good amount, and whenever he comes out with something, I'm
yeah,
in.
dude, it's fire.
Like, yeah, yeah, like he's just so I really like his stuff.
Yeah,
For then like I like too. So I get Playboy Cardi and Little Uzi Vert, like
yeah.
sometimes it's merged into one thing.
hmm So
And
Playboy Cardi, I can do maybe like every other song, the whole album, and that might be one of those artists and albums where I circle back and I'm like, actually, there's more better songs on here. I just needed to spend more time on the album.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then there's times where I'm like, what in the fuck why is this happening? Like this is crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, it made me feel
hundred
old.
percent. Yeah, because like the younger generation, like they're fucking that's their shit, bro.
I'm like, this is so
That's their
wild.
shit.
I'm like,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Um, Gunna, like I don't know, we don't need the whole backstory on Gunna, but like he was caught up in the Rico case with Young Thug, went to jail for a year, and then he got out before. Do you know any of this?
no,
Yeah,
no.
that's why I love Gunna so much, bro, because like he like yeah, they got wrapped up in charges, went to jail with Young Thug. He got out before Young Thug on just some like mistrial bullshit. And then everybody basically was like, "Oh, he's a snitch. Fuck him." Like the whole rap game turned against him. And so his first album that he released after he got out was like it was just him, no features, just him, like 18
Ooh, I'm gonna
songs,
listen.
no features, and it went like triple platinum, bro. And then he was just talking about the whole situation of what actually happened, what you guys think happened, and basically he was like, I'm gonna get it back on my own. I don't need anybody anyway. And it was just crazy. And then like fast forward, now people are jumping back on his team, jumping back on his bandwagon. Like the whole rap game turned on, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? First of all, I'm not going to jail for anything I didn't do anyway. So if I gotta drop some names, hey, Jesse Linedecker was with me, Nick was with me.
I I'm gonna go ask him.
Man, Matt Evans was the driver. Like, go get them all, bro. I'm not going down for this shit. I don't even think that's what he did, but like, I don't know. That's kind of why too. Like, ever since that happened, and I was a big fan before and before that. But once that happened, I was like, bro, they can't take away Gunna. Like, he's the shit right now.
Yeah, first heard of him on Yosemite.
Yeah, yeah.
That's,
Travis Scott,
it was like this is fucking
hard.
sick.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great sound. Nice time on that. Hollis for the gets. Hollis for the gets. Gotta get rest.
Yeah, it was so. Oh, this is fucking
Yeah,
good.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, man. Um,
That and have you listened to any Big X the plug?
I have. So I think I went a little overboard with him because I don't really not a big fan anymore. It was like Texas. He was like big in Texas. I like his voice and then his cadence too. Um,
Yeah,
but the more music he dropped, I noticed like the more it started to sound the same, song to song. And if you
yeah.
could critique that really about any, but for me it was just like, eh. Like if he drops something, I'll listen to it, but I don't think I haven't been on him as heavy as I was. What
Yeah,
about
I like
you?
that song. I like that song.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's a good one.
some other song about being big, and
Yeah,
then it's really just those two. Two. I'm like, all right, cool.
yeah. I was on him for a little bit and found some good songs. Those like that sounds weird to say as just like a uh, that song was like mainstream, so I kind of went in a little deeper because
Oh,
he
okay.
does got some bangers. Um, But yeah, I just think like it's one of those things you circle back to it and I'm like, like what else? What else can I listen to today? You know?
Yeah.
For sure.
So sometimes you just hear something out in like the right vibe, and like this is so fucking good. And then you listen to it again, you're like, oh,
100%. 100%. Like
not,
time and place for this song. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I've been on. It's a touchy subject, I guess, but dude, Kanye West is the best. He's so good.
You think so?
Yes, yes.
I mean, I don't I in what facet?
I think because I remember this from one of the episodes, dude. Just like the shit he says, his productions.
Yeah.
I just think it's all just so good.
I think Kanye, we got went down a rabbit hole on Kanye. Like I think he's at the point where he can say something so crazy and
Mm.
see kind of who, just based on his status, he's gonna see like who's gonna rock with this, you know. From a music standpoint, creative lyrics, yeah, he's a genius. Um,
That's what I should say. So like he is probably my favorite rapper to listen to, besides for like Currency and Mac Miller.
Facts, bro. Yeah.
Like
Not for me, but I agree with that. Like he's up there listening to music wise, just based on your type of music like that you like to, you know what I mean? And not you in general, just people. Like there's,
no, no,
I know a ton of people that love Kanye. I don't not, but he's not like,
no.
yeah. Um,
Yeah, and I don't. I'm not sure why. I can't pinpoint the exact reason. I mean I do. I think it's so interesting, just like how he's just so just out there and crazy, and I was just doing this wild stuff,
Yeah,
and like has
unapologetic.
bipolar. His mom died, and like he's poetic, and then like he'll do like a gospel
Yeah,
album.
and still
It's
then still come back with like a rap banger album or
yeah,
some
it's just
songs that are like heat that are like, dang, like, this is old Kanye. Do you have any of his vinyls?
no. I need to get some more.
You don't, bro?
No, I like became so Kanye jumped when like Vultures 1 and 2
Yeah,
and his last gospel album
yeah,
came out.
yeah,
'Cause, you know, like this is like
yeah. That's crazy.
this is the best gospel anything I've ever heard,
Yeah.
and then just everything on Vultures 1 and 2 is just so
Dude, you know what else is
wild.
another Kanye album that's super slept on is Life of Pablo.
Oh, dude, I've been listening to that a
Bro,
lot this
that's
week.
a very slept on album, like song to song. That would be a good vinyl. I need to get that one. I have Graduation, uh, I think maybe his first album ever on vinyl. Um, which is cool because
That's
then you can like, yeah, you just go back and like remember like why he is who he is. Um, but the other thing about Kanye that I was just, did you ever see the documentary on Netflix that he did? It was like a three-part.
no, I
So
can't need.
that was really cool because that's when I was like, now I can see why he is today how he is because basically when he was just no one knew about him, no one knew of him in Chicago, he was the same way, bro. Not as I wasn't as like I guess like wasn't on the same platform, right? So everyone he couldn't see it. But dude, he was the same. And like
Mhm.
they're going back to footage of him like before he was signed by Rockefeller, before he just had any songs and like he was walking into he was walking into like studios and record labels and like demanding that they listen to his song and then like laughing and being like this. Oh shit.
Oh, poor gravy.
My headphones die?
Um, I'm not sure. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but I got a notification. Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties over here.
Uh,
One sec.
no worry. And thinking about it, there's a chance they died like right away.
These?
Yeah, are they
Yeah,
on?
they're on again. No, they didn't die right
Oh,
away.
so no.
No, I don't. Yeah, but with Kanye, so I was just like, dude, this dude's been manic from the jump, and if he's believed in himself like that before we even saw it, and now we just see it on a broader, like a broader scale, I'm like, he's never changed. That's cool. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
should check it out. It's called Genius, actually, is what it's called.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, seriously.
Like classic him. Yeah, yeah. So I think it's just like his music is so him that it's
Totally,
just like this is what it is.
totally.
Yeah. Then Currency, I could put him on shuffle and just listen to that the rest of my life.
Bro,
I think.
same. First of all, he's got enough mixtapes to get you like he's got so many mixtapes, bro. It might be a couple years before you get through them all. For real. I was
Yeah,
listening to
and,
Currency
and
this morning.
yeah, and it's all the same shit, and I say that in like the best way.
Hmm it is, but like, yeah, I find myself just giggling, bro, when I'm listening to Currency, dog.
Yeah,
It's so smooth.
yeah. It'd be like some weed, cars,
Yeah,
some women,
yeah, bro.
some
A
boats,
beachfront,
some like old like Miami Vice like
100%, dude.
sample and
Hundred
shit. Like this
percent.
is so sick.
Yeah, it's so good. It's just chill. Got like a usually like a trumpet in there, like a piano, something in the
Yeah,
background.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Dude, I listened to so much of the How Fly mixtape and Stone on Ocean when we were in
did
Miami.
you?
Like just the biggest cliche of all
Mm-hmm.
time. Like, I was just out the balcony, just listen to Currency, smoking joints. Like I'm the shit.
But
Like,
like, there's a part to that that's like, I'm sure it's just like euphoric or like, there's got to be a part that just feels good doing that. You know
Oh,
what I
oh,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah. I tuned up a few
as
times.
cliche as it is, it's like, no, this is fucking tight. I don't care what anyone has
It
to
was
say. Yeah,
amazing.
dude.
Like it was like this is perfect. Like
It's too
oh,
good.
oh,
I love that. That's cool. I've been listening to a lot of Stoned on Ocean since you posted it. Maybe it was when you were in Miami, and then after and then before. I was like,
yeah.
damn, like this album's fucking fire. It's probably just a mixtape, but like it's good.
That and how fly
How
is
Fly's
amazing.
timeless. Yeah,
Like it's so good. Just every song on that is
every
amazing.
song. Yeah, for sure. It's crazy too how
Right.
like that music was, man, How Fly, that was when we were
I
in
think it's 2009
2000.
or 2010, but I think I first heard it in like 2012.
Correct. So it's
For
like the
for
fact that I could still turn that album on and it's like I haven't missed a beat. Like with that one.
Nope.
Nah. That just lets me know I got some growing up to do still, maybe. Like, I don't know when that music's gonna be like, I don't want to listen to this today.
I don't think ever.
Ever.
I don't think
Nah, I
so.
don't think so either.
What's your journey been like with Wiz?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'll never not love Wiz. Like I have a Wiz bobblehead on my vinyl player over there just to show love.
Okay,
Cause like
okay, like
Wiz was like
if I said, oh, like if I said Wiz and Derrick Rose were the same, would you get what I mean?
1000%. Yeah. Yeah, 1000%. Just like crushed their prime and then kind of like didn't close out their careers as best as they could. Yeah. They, like, but it's just because of how much love I have for Wiz, like when we were in college and like a little bit after, even his new shit that he puts out now, I won't talk bad about like I won't listen to it, but it's like I won't bash it. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he's
No,
doing.
it's
This Christian OJ 2 sort of thing we got going on. I mean,
oh.
that's all it is, bro. That's about it. But I mean, the old Wiz, I love Wiz. Like just his
Yeah, oh,
vibe, like the
same.
personality is something that I've always fucked with too. So, I mean,
Yeah, yeah. Like even in that like 4 year run, he's probably in my top six favorites. Probably top
yeah,
five.
like it would
Like
be. I would
still.
start if I started naming names. It would be long before I'm like, oh, Wiz for sure. Like throw him in there. You know, I actually he's coming to Austin. I'm in San Antonio now, but I just saw he's coming to Austin. I think maybe in August, and I would consider going just from the standpoint of me hoping that he does all of his old shit, and I think he probably would. Like that would be the smart thing to do.
Right, yeah.
Didn't you and Nick go to How Fly and see him in Currency in Colorado?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was like the 10th anniversary, I
That's
think.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Ashley went, Beef went, Mailing Craig,
That's awesome.
and the fucking other fire alarms went off at one point. It was so
That's
fun.
funny. That's probably the closest Ashley's ever gotten to being a little stoned on Ocean.
Oh, oh, I'm sure she a little something. Yeah, she was how fly am I?
She was like, maybe I can't fly. Who knows?
Yeah, dude, that's what's so cool. Like I just respect that about Ashley. It's
Oh,
like
she's down to hang.
that's yeah, yeah. It's like I'm in. It's like okay, like if I were you, I don't think I'd be in, but you're in, so respect.
100%. And then like just yeah, down to hang, down for whatever. I think that's the coolest thing about this is way off subject, but like um yeah, I think that's a cool thing about a significant other is like when they're just down for whatever. I think it's hard to incorporate friend groups in your life, my life. So
Oh,
when you can just be down
mhm.
for something and know that it's just like it's not for me, it's for them, or just like it's they all want to hang out, but I can be around. That's pretty cool. And Ashley, like, bro, since high school, college, she's been like that. With especially with Nick, like I never felt like we didn't have access to to Nick when we
Oh,
needed it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. That's just dope. What are you doing in San Antonio?
Uh,
For you doing medicals? type sale, if I think.
Yeah, bro. I'm doing med device, so been in med device for almost 10 years now, which sounds crazy to say. But in San Antonio, doing neuromodulation. So my company specializes in spinal cord stim and peripheral nerve stim. And so we work with pain doctors, neurosurgeons, orthopedic surgeons, and we try to basically stimulate problematic nerves with people that have chronic pain. Um, and it can block out the pain, make their pain a lot less, and kind of get them back to a normal day-to-day aspect or whatever normal kind of is for them or could be for them. So I've been with this company for about 3 years, man. It's really cool. It's been really interesting.
So are you doing like sales, or what do you do? What's your day today
Yeah, a
like?
little bit of everything, man. Sales is my a part of my responsibilities. I'm considered a territory manager of San Antonio. But that's like you got to promote the products, you got to market the product. I obviously have to support the product if we're in procedures. So like probably a couple times a
Yeah.
week I'm in the OR like with the physician helping them through the procedure. But if I'm not doing that, I'm probably in a doctor's office speaking with the patient or educating a patient about the therapy. It's a lot that goes into it. I also have to
Yeah.
like educate the physician's staff, right? So if the doctor's in surgery, then maybe his medical assistant sees his patients and she's going to write up the order for what therapy this patient may need, and the doctor may not really even know or see that patient until the day of his operation, just based on the chain of events. So it's not only like you got to get the doctor on board, but you got to get the people under him on board to properly identify these people to then make sure that, on the day of implant or the day of surgery, everything has been worked up properly. So it's challenging for sure. Um, but I enjoy.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, I was
Continue.
just gonna say I enjoy kind of that aspect of it because it keeps you on your toes. It kind of keeps you a little bit in a paranoid mindset, which is I mean, that's better for me. I think like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it like being in the OR room? Because I'm guessing they're like open and shit.
So sometimes, going back to like orthopedics and what I was doing before, I think I learned a lot being in that environment of being in the OR.
Hmm.
Um, and just kind of understanding that if everyone in here has a purpose of being in here, then like so do you. So don't get caught watching. Like make sure that you know what the fuck you're in here for, even if you're not needed, and you're not always. When you are, like that's your time to shine, right?
Oh yeah.
And so it can go both ways, bro. It can be like you're not needed, you kind of get complacent, and then that time that you are, if you're not, it's just like an opportunity, right? Like a backup quarterback or anything. It's like if you take that opportunity and run with it, you may have ample more to follow. But if you squander it, like a physician's only a surgeon, bro, they're only going to give you one time to fuck up before they're like, you can't come back in here.
It's
So yeah, you learn a lot, and I've had great days. I've fucked up a couple times, like anyone in this industry will tell you that. But really, it's like just about kind of correcting your mistakes and trying to be, figure out a way to be an asset to everybody involved.
oh yeah, yeah. Because like when they turn to you, like the pressure is
It's
on.
on, bro. And then everyone's in there looking at you like they know you're not the surgeon, so they're like, "What you got? What do you got?" And if you fuck up and it's like, like get this clown out of here. You see that. You see both sides of the spectrum.
Oh
But
yeah.
it is cooler, and this is just being in it for so long and not coming in immediately with my feet to the fire. Like I was able to learn and be a sponge. That was one thing that I picked up was like make sure you know what the fuck you're needed, what's needed of you and from you when you're in here, because that'll be the quickest way to gain trust or lose it, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So,
Shout out to Coach Savers
do
for teaching us all of those valuable lessons.
dude, so I was going to say like this thing you were saying, about what it is like. Oh, like you're taking like a sports mindset into this
A
too.
thousand percent.
just listening to you talk about it. Like, oh, he played
A
sports.
thousand percent. And that's the way that I will compare it to. And I mean, that's kind of the way, that's the way that I was able to relate to it and understand like how am I gonna find my way in this shit? It was like, okay, like if this is the football team, right? And we got 11 guys on the field and 10 of them do the right thing and one doesn't, I can't be the one that fucks up, right? Like on film, in the film room, after when we're all watching film together, I can't be the one getting called out. Like we always that mindset on the football field is like I gotta do my job. And if 11 people think like that, you can be successful, right? So then I take that mindset into what I do now, and it's like if there's 5 people in the OR and all of them are doing what the fuck they're supposed to be doing, I can't not be the one that slows this train down. Like I got to make sure I'm on my shit too. And so yeah, it's been help like that mindset's been helpful to kind of just stay even keel and afloat in this because you see a lot of people and you see people fold.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I can imagine, especially like, if you don't know like how to take an L,
Hmm.
and one of your first L is in that
Yeah,
situation.
you get yeah,
Whoo!
you get people never coming back, all of it, crying, like all the above. But again, it's like fall on the sword. Don't let that happen again. That's also more respected than you like throwing out excuses or like deflecting the shit because then you're just showing a little bit of your like not either inexperience or immaturity as opposed to being like, hey, that's not gonna happen again on my watch. Uh, so just little shit like that. It's just life, bro. It's just how you should handle shit in life, honestly.
Yeah, most things are just life, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
But I've seen like some crazy. I have seen crazy shit. I've seen a woman get her foot amputated. I saw this shit just fall off the bone. That was crazy. That was like when I was first getting started. I've seen a hernia repair where they opened this person's stomach. They pulled the small intestines out, the large intestines out, just had them sitting on.
So like,
They're
do you know
they're trying to,
like how did you know that you could handle
bro,
that?
because I don't mind. I thought it was cool when I first started. I thought it was really cool to just be in around it. So then once it
Hmm.
was like you could go in there, I was like, I wasn't going to, be like, oh, like I'm too queasy. I've seen shit that's made me like, ooh, I don't necessarily love that. Um,
Yeah.
but for the most part, I think, and this is what I've always told people, like if you understand what's happening in there, then you don't see it as like guts and blood on the table. It's like you look at it as like a
Oh,
process of, hey, that's there because they're trying to do this. They're trying to get to this. So once you
oh,
understand it like a process, um, you don't see it as like, oh my God, there's shit everywhere.
no, yeah, yeah. That's a good way to look at it, because I feel like if I saw like a car accident and someone's guts are out, I'm not gonna be like, oh well, that's just what
100%.
happens when you hit the pavement. It's just, yeah, yeah. If you're in the OR, you kind of like, oh yep, you have to taking that
Yep.
out to do
Yep. We
this.
gotta we gotta set that aside to get to this thing that's under that. And so it doesn't look the most appealing, but it's not it's crazy to think about they can how of a mess it looks and then they just fucking put it all back together, bro. Stitch you up. It's like, damn, like that's it. It's like, yeah, it's crazy.
Ew. Yeah, yeah, that'd be tough. I think I could
You
maybe.
could handle it. I don't know though. You oh no, them Mike's Hard used to have you bro, and oh no, if you can handle it.
Yeah, some stuff is pretty gnarly. Like anything with knees, I'm out.
Anything with knees?
Or yeah, just like knee injuries just freak me out so
Yeah.
much.
Some of the stuff, so like for me, it was ENT, which is ear, nose, throat. I used to have to sit in a couple of those procedures and like they'll straight up crack someone's whatever this is called, to like get to something and open up their air pathways and like watching those surgeries, I was like, because it's like then it's like I feel like that's a little bit too. Those were the only ones that I could get through them, but I would probably like have to look away or like I don't want to see that part. Just weird shit. They'd
Yeah.
like put like a rod, half like all the way here, and then grab a hammer.
Yeah, I think my
No,
first shift I might
there's
be
no
going
way.
down.
There's no way that's helping this person.
Whoa, are you sure?
Yeah. 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 Take it easy. Take it easy. It's like,
That's fun.
well, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this guy?
You
uh,
sure? Okay, okay.
yeah. Hey, you went to school, not me. You got it. You got it. Um, yeah, just
What
go ahead.
have you thought like could that kind of your end game, or have you thought of that, or like what would you like to do? Just
Dude, I think
move forward.
in game, I wouldn't say in game by any means. Like I always think about coaching football and just getting into like the coaching aspect of things. I think
Mhm.
that would be my end game, like 50 in retirement, just to be around back
Mhm.
around the sport and back around like the kids, if you will. But for now, I think I see myself definitely for the next 10, 15 years, just continuing to grind in this space and kind of just have a head down mentality. I want to look up in due time and
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, dude, that was, I created something or did something.
Oh
And
yeah.
then I could see
It
myself going over to something a little bit more like, I guess, where my or not passion, but like, yeah, I love football. I just don't necessarily know if like, I didn't see myself immediately after college going that route. Um, and I'm
Mhm.
glad I love what I do. I love this industry, but I do just like, I sit here and dissect the sport still all the time. So it's like,
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
And even asking that, I feel like there's always if someone asks you like what's their plan, people feel like oh like this like what they're doing now can't be their plan. Because if you're like oh I want to do this until I die, but oh that's fucking
yeah,
awesome.
for sure.
And and there is just so much to do, and like whatever you want to do is
100%.
what the person should go for.
Totally, totally. And it's just like what I do now, like I hope that in over the course of 20, 25 years, it's like it can give me a little bit of that freedom to, 50 and beyond. I don't know what the age looks like, but like a little bit later in life, like, hey, I was smart for an extended period of time. I grinded. Now it's like if I want to go coach high school football, I've created like a little bit of freedom to go do so. It's like I don't really necessarily know if I see myself going to college and having to deal with the shit you and I were just talking about. But just like
Yeah.
in that second, third quarter of life, it would be cool to just like not hometown, but like small town, bro, just coaching kids, you
Mhm.
know, teach them a little something,
Yeah.
put some of my old high school film on. It's like probably can't even see it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, look,
So
guys,
so
this
great.
is
Great shit.
nah, but I just think about that. Like I still do love just the game and being able to talk about it when I can.
Nice. And does it feel good to know that you could coach at some level like tomorrow if you wanted
Yeah,
to?
for sure. For sure.
Yeah, like that's what's up.
Yeah.
Like you could just like go like, oh, I'll sign up.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm cooking
Dude,
flag football.
yeah, bro, even if it's like, cause I thought about that just like, uh, and sometimes if I'm done at 5 p.m., it's like, if I could coach a flag football team 2 times a week. We got practice from 6:30 to 8, you know, even that would
Yeah.
be fun, and that would just be
Yeah.
just the start of like getting back around it and getting sort of that mindset of like just trying to give back a little bit.
Yeah, cause I think you should. Cause even I coach Leon 3 to 5 year old soccer
Nice.
team, and like it's mostly just chaos. But like there's like some 5 year olds that will take
Mhm.
directions, and the feeling when you tell them to like do this and this, and then they do it. It was so cool. Like it was just like
Yeah.
like creating a play and seeing it
Mhm.
executed was
I
really
bet.
addicting to it. I was like, oh, this is
This kind of tight,
fun.
dude. Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
this.
that's actually really funny comparison because I could totally see that. Just like eat a 5-year old and then they're just like easy able to take direction but then execute it at that age. It's like, dude,
Yeah,
like that kid's going places.
yeah.
That kid's
And
on
you're like, oh, I see how coaching could be just
100%, dude. Well, do
amazing.
you remember when we had Powder Puff? I think it was our freshman year, and we had to go up against the sophomore group of girls. Our girls had to go up against the sophomore group of girls, but it was like, me, you, Matt, Nick, we were all the coaches in that game. I
Yeah.
still remember this like it was yesterday, bro. That game was so fucking intense that like it felt good. Like it felt good when we were winning. We lost, it sucked, but I'm like, this is pretty freaking cool. Like I could get down, I could get down with this. Um,
I have one distinct memory of Powder Puff.
yeah, I think we all do.
Which I'm not gonna bring up,
Oh man,
but
that's hilarious.
uh,
Uh, yeah, no names. Well, we got to see if she might still have a little rib bruise from that.
so last year, I'll see you something. Hey, yeah, I'll get the scoop. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh, someday I was thinking me, you, John, and Nick should all do a podcast, and Matt, whoever, get them a yearbook out
100%.
and just start going through
Dude,
shit.
1,000%. We could be on here all day. I
It
was talking with John earlier today, and he's like, "What do you got going later?" And I'm like, "Actually, I'm jumping on a pod with Jesse. We're just gonna catch up." And then John was like, "Yeah, man, like we got to get back on our shit too." I'm like, "We do for sure."
Yeah.
We were cooking for a little
Oh
bit and
yeah.
kind of lost steam, but I agree, bro. Like we all got to find time, whether it's once a quarter, right? That makes it so easy, bro.
hmm
That's 4 times a year at the most, and then if it's easier, we can do it
hmm
more often. But just put something on paper would be cool.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause listening to your guys' podcast was so just genuinely fun.
Yeah,
That's where I was like, oh, like this is the thing.
100%. Yeah, just
Like
chop it up.
it was, just like hearing people catch up and like you want to be on the conversation, so I'll like text
Yeah,
you
yeah, for
something.
sure.
It's
For
so
sure.
fucking
Yeah, it
tight.
is. It's cool. It's fun. Um,
Yeah, but we should. Yeah. Then about your job now, I feel like you should like it. It's cool. That's a nice view you got
oh,
there.
dude.
I feel like you're crushing it. Just in San Antonio, just living
Yeah, I'm
life.
downtown San Antonio. Um, I
Ooh.
love it, bro. It's actually really cool. I'm pleasantly surprised how much I like it. I was in Austin for the previous 5, and I mean, like speaks for itself right now. It's a really, really cool
Mhm.
place, really fun. But this is more like long-term sustainable,
Okay.
and just like better. It's way easier for me to focus here for all of the reasons.
Uh,
And so,
yeah, I don't like it.
yeah, no, I really like it, man. I do love my job. It's fun. It's rewarding for sure, but there's challenges that
Mhm.
come with it. I think that's probably why that's what makes it rewarding, though.
Yeah,
For sure.
that's what's up,
For
man.
sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you for hopping on. I'm excited to do this
For
again.
sure, bro. I appreciate you reaching out, man. Absolutely. We got to do this way more often.
What are your socials so people can find you?
Ellis underscore Island. Two S's.
Perfect. I'll put that up.
Yeah, 2 S's. ELIS underscore Island. So I'm hoping
Perfect. I got you.
I'm hoping for at least 50 to 100K new followers after this drops, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, no stress.
Nah, dude, for real though.
So I know Nick's mom will watch for sure. She's the best. Shout out to
Yeah, we
Anna.
had one. We had one like follower that we knew was gonna watch all of our shit. We had one like local support.
Me.
Well, then I guess we had two because I was thinking of John's dad, but all right, I guess we had.
Oh, hey, too.
Yeah,
Shh.
nah, but for sure, dude.
Well, thank you.
Of course, absolutely, bro. You too, man. Good to see you.
Peace. I love you. I miss
Love you
you.
too.